Hi everyone. So in case you missed the previous video, I decided I had a pencil roll. So I wanted to figure out what color had the most shades to it. Green ended up winning. So that's the color I chose for my monochrome page in the Create This book. Now, this vinyl piece I'm working on was a mess up from the paper pumpkins, and it just happened to be the correct color. I did not do that on purpose, I swear. And so I used the excess piece to help customize this page. And so I started by taking little pieces out and then applying them around the Create This, around the little drawing prompt to start off with. And once I was done with that, you'll see what I did next, so that I didn't waste any of this vinyl. And it helped actually break up the amount of page I had to color for that. So that's what I did. So I placed the a vinyl piece that was a mess up from the paper pumpkins onto one side of here, and then the leftover vinyl piece from that placed on the opposite side, and what was already down on the opposite side that I'm doing now was a what they called a kitchen drawer liner thing. I thought when I bought it was lamination tape, and it wasn't, so I kept it around and finally have a use for it. So that's what's on one side of the page. That doesn't have the lettering on it. The opposite side, that opposite side there. And so now I'm going with my pencil crayons from my pencil crayon roll. Now, I do have a green pencil extender, but the pencil crayon that's in that extender is yellow, so that is not an actual pencil crayon. It might look like that from this angle, but that's not what it is, and everything. So I decided to color the little box around the choose one color with the color I'm choosing, and everything. And then in each of these little spaces here, I used a different shade of green, and everything, just to try it out and everything. So it helped, separate the amount of page I had to color in, with just one color, which, I like using a lot of color, so this was a bit of a challenge for me. So, yeah, and needless to say, I don't really want to use green for the next few days after watching this, or after making this piece, because it was just all I could use. It was the one with the most shades to it. I also added, I did have one other set, and that had two other pencil crayons in it that were different shades of green, so I added those to the bit of pencil crayons I was using. I have way more than that, but those were just the ones I had out at the time. So here I am just making different Zentangles to really try and maximize the use of these pencil crayons, because I don't know what image to draw that would allow me to use all of the green pencil crayons I had, so I just went with different Zentangles and patterns and stuff for this page here. And that is one of the other pencil crayons that's from a different set than what's in my roll there, the longer one. If you see that, that has like a bluish handle type thing. Yeah, that's from there. And here I am doing some green, like, blobs and stuff, and filling it in, using, like, lime green, and then filling it in with a darker green, and it kind of looks like slime, so it kind of worked out. I didn't know how that would end up turning out, so there's that. Now I'm making little circles and, like, polka dots and stuff, and I'm going to fill in each of those little polka dots with a darker green, and everything. So I just wanted to, like, cover the page aside from where the date and time I created it was in. I'm recording this while I'm at my mom's place, and she's battling a cold, so if you heard her coughing, I apologize. Anyway, here I am just trying to think of other options for Zentangles, because I feel like I've used all the ones I can think of in my brain, so I just went with the stripy one to go next and everything. So yeah, I had that little note beside me. Hopefully you were able to read it. But I tried to kind of summarize what was on that note if you couldn't. So there I am, just using all my different pencil crayons of green and everything to fill this page in. So there's that. And the next page I used I used paint markers because it was already on a shinier surface. So I started with paint markers. Then I tried some like cheaper markers, which I didn't end up liking the look of. So I do later change that and everything to just, the 2 paint markers that I had that were green that were already activated. I think I had a couple more that weren't yet activated and I didn't feel like activating them. So I pretty much used 2 shades of green for the second half because that's all that like showed up very well on this page here out of my markers situation, like my paint markers and stuff. So then I made some like green paw prints there and some stripes and triangles and put a little swirly in the middle there. And then again, then I did a checkerboard on the bottom there to fill that space in. Then I didn't like the ones at the top, so I adjusted those. And here it is at the bottom and top. That's